Hello and welcome to this Broadcom course on migrating from Automic on-premises to SaaS. This course is intended for anyone involved in the transitioning of Automic to the software as a service model now offered by Broadcom, including administrators, architects, as well as service partners. For prerequisites, you should be comfortable with core technical aspects like the Automic architecture, processes, and TLS. This course is a conversion map for moving to SaaS, which imposes a handful of important requirements that don't exist in conventional models. We focus on topics common to all SaaS migrations: agents, objects, and system configuration. The reality of your environments may be more challenging depending on the specifics of your instance and the presence of certain components, like legacy agents and password vaults. These will be tackled on a case-by-case basis, and so they're out of scope. For our purposes, we convert existing agents, create new ones, export and import objects, reconfigure client settings, and consider post-migration scheduling. The SaaS model is now an option for Automic customers. You no longer have to shoulder the deployments, maintenance, and support of the technical backend infrastructure, freeing up valuable resources and enabling you to focus on delivering value to your business. The entire Automic backend, including Automation Engine, database, and web interface, is Kubernetes Edition version 24, hosted on the Google Cloud Platform. Most of the backend is administered by Broadcom, who also manages system version upgrades and security patches. We provide geographically dedicated data centers located in the US and Europe to maintain optimal coverage for all customers locally. Customers are still responsible for managing agents and workload automation configurations. From a functional perspective, there's no difference at all. Customers enjoy the exact same levels of functionality and service, whether they are first-time adopters or moving to SaaS from Automic on-premises. Most responsibilities falling outside of process configuration and automation are handled by Broadcom. You are relieved from performing system upkeep such as upgrades and security patching, ensuring high availability and resiliency, backups, DB maintenance, and more. The architecture of Automic SaaS is Automic Automation Kubernetes Edition version 24. The main difference lies in the scope of responsibilities and the substantial reduction of technical components that customers have to deploy and maintain. The server components are the responsibility of Broadcom. Customers have restricted access to Client 0 to allow for agent authentication and objects like connections, time zones, and includes. Where applicable, other changes to Client 0 can be requested through support tickets. The functional elements of the Automic SaaS instance remain under the customer's responsibilities. You're responsible for the deployment of agents, the management of non-zero clients, and user and security management in those clients. The Automation Engine is hosted in a Kubernetes cluster on the Google Cloud Platform. Processes are containerized in individual Kubernetes pods, except for CPs, which are not available. Based on several factors, such as workload volume and the resource usage, we're able to automate the scaling of the Automation Engine components, fully leveraging the flexibility associated with Kubernetes in the cloud. Just like the Automation Engine, the backend database is managed by Broadcom. For Automic SaaS, PostgreSQL is used. However, this is fully transparent to customers. Customers can easily deploy new agents by way of a pre-configured agent deployment package. We have two types of agents: TLS, which came with version 21, and GSS, which are older legacy agents and not TLS enabled. All agent connections need to be established via the JCP, and so GSS agents will require the TLS gateway to bridge those communications. All systems hosting TLS agents and TLS gateways require Java for two reasons. First, to support TLS certificate-based encryption and authentication, and second, to support version 24 Linux and Windows agents. Finally, three secure endpoints are available to customers. They are the JCP, the REST API, and the Automic web interface endpoints exposed via HTTPS. In the agent INI, the JCP URL is used for the connection equal parameter, and REST and AWI have exposed URLs of their own, which can be used anywhere. Broadcom provides a production and a non-production instance for each customer. Each instance comes with its own AWI, JCP, and REST endpoints. They're clearly named to distinguish between production and non-production. Automic SaaS is hosted on the Google Cloud Platform with multiple data centers for geographical coverage in Europe and the US. Automic SaaS provides TLS certificates signed by a public CA and the root and intermediate certificates are therefore trusted by most systems. This means that customers do not have to worry about distributing a new TLS certificate, and that the trusted cert folder parameter of the agent INI file is irrelevant. Your role is limited to managing users and security in clients other than Client 0. You also deploy agents, either local or containerized, in the cloud solutions of your choice. For new agent deployments, you can download a pre-configured agent deployment package via AWI. Finally, Automic SaaS comes with new Java-based OS agents for Windows and Linux. We start with management of the automation engine, the database, the utilities, and AWI. In the case of Automic SaaS, the entire backend is managed by Broadcom. Regarding agent management in both configurations, customers have complete control of their deployment administration. In Automic SaaS, the database is PostgreSQL only, but as this is now managed by Broadcom, it's completely transparent to the user. With on-premises, customers retain unrestricted admin privileges for the entire infrastructure. This includes Client 0. This is no longer the case in Automic SaaS. Certain tasks can still be performed, like creating con objects, but admin privileges are restricted, and some changes to Client 0 will not be allowed, or are handled via service requests submitted to Broadcom support. Legacy GSS agents are always supported with the TLS gateway in both models for all supported versions. One of the main differences is the availability of CPs in conventional instances. As a result, the non-TLS legacy Java API is natively supported. In SaaS, CPs are not exposed, since they serve no practical purpose and would make Automic SaaS less secure. As a result, applications using the legacy Java API will need to be refactored to use TLS and connect via the exposed JCP HTTPS endpoints. The native C-based call APIs, which require direct connection to the CP, are also not supported in SaaS. The use of the transport case to move configurations across clients is there on premises, but requires a service request in SaaS. We can report that this will change with version 24.2. You will be able to upload files via both REST and AWI in the next minor release. Client 0 user management is of course possible on premises, but changes are not possible in SaaS. They must be made by way of a service request to Broadcom support. All SaaS customers are currently in version 24, which means that user management is possible in all clients except Client 0. In both models, it's possible to create multiple clients. Initially, SaaS will require a service request. As soon as you've signed on to the SaaS program and account arrangements have been finalized with Broadcom, you receive the customer enablement and onboarding email. This contains all the necessary information to proceed with the migration. Let's go through some of this information. The first block of information contains the details of your accounts: name, number, and serial. Next, you find the Automic system name assigned to the SaaS instance. This is the system defined in ucsrv.ini. This name uses a random set of numbers and characters, and you should have this on hand to configure agents, or if you're recreating an AAI connector. Note that this can be changed. You can submit a service request to set this to your current on-premises system name. Note something important though: custom system names must be requested before any design and configuration work. If the system name is changed, then the existing system must be deleted and a new database must be provisioned. Any work you do in SaaS will be lost. As soon as your SaaS account is set up, if you're going to request a system name change, you should do so immediately. The email also contains 3 URLs for the 3 exposed endpoints: Web Interface, JCP, and REST API. You're given credentials to Client 0 in SaaS. The range of possible actions has been pared back. You should also have Client 100 AWI credentials. Finally, you're given an FTP URL with matching credentials. You will use this to download the execution data daily archive. Here, you find comprehensive execution data structured by day. One important step must be completed before onboarding can begin. Customers must submit their IP address range information via Broadcom support tickets. This will ensure that the customer's network can be whitelisted for secure access to the environments.